Alright, so this was a pretty big surprise today. This is from Iron Mouse, who just left V-Shojo. Pretty crazy stuff. Definitely, I'll be honest with you, I think I found it off of Nux first. Um, yeah, this was quite the surprise. I actually didn't expect this much, but it seems like what I've seen from a pattern, it seems like a lot of VTubers have been leaving V-Shojo. I mean, the first I've heard was the one with I believe it was with Zentrea started off saying, "Hey, I'm going to leave V-Shojo," and then kind of just went from there. And Iron Mouse is probably the biggest one because I think Iron Mouse is one of the few like founding ones. I think she was like the reason why like a lot of people know what V-Shojo is. Pretty crazy how that she basically was like, I'm gonna leave V-Shojo. Um, pretty insane stuff. So why did she leave? From what I've heard, and of course, the videos, she did post a video on it, so I can also put the link below. You guys can watch it later. But she was just saying basically is that like V-Shoujo has taken most of their earnings. I think they took about 60% of her earnings, from what I've heard, and they were saying there was a nonprofit that she had raised money for. They took 60% of that, so basically took like half her earnings, which is insane, especially for a nonprofit right now. But I get like I mean I'm trying to play the devil's advocate here. Like for me, like I don't know the whole story of everything, so I'm not gonna try to assume who's wrong, who's bad. But obviously, some people are gonna say, "Oh well, like it's common sense, right? Like they're bad people, corporate." But again, I don't know the whole story, so I can't really say like what's happened. But from what I've seen, it really looks like Iron Mouse just wasn't really comfortable with V-Shojo in the beginning from what she said in her video. She mentions that like she mainly just wanted to stream, privately, just for fun, and then they all say that, right? And then when she wants to get bigger, they kind of, they kind of change. So then she felt a little guilt trip from V-Shojo just having her sign on. She felt like she had a responsibility. She felt, stressed out. Um, but overall, V-Shoujo has been going through a lot of this, and it's not just Iron Mouse. I'm sure there's a lot more testimonial stuff about this. But yeah, it seemed like from the videos, it seemed like she was really, disappointed, and she made a decision to leave just from, from how the earnings were. So, and for me personally, like I don't really have obviously I don't have a management or agency because I always get really scared how like they run my funds and stuff like that, and I don't want shit like this to happen to me as well. So it seems like other people are leaving too, so I mean I can pull up some of the stuff here so we get some comments here. V-Shoujo is cooked, Zentrea left, Iron Mouse left, and I won't be surprised if they close the agency down after this. They lost two of their OGs and that have been since the beginning of the agency's creation this year. I don't think they're going to close down. I think they still have a good amount of VTubers, so I don't think this will definitely be, I guess to say overall, like this would be kind of, a downfall, and I think, it will be really hard, but I think overall they're not going to really take anything. So here's another thing from Zach Bussy saying, Iron Mouse has left V-Shoujo. She claims the agency owes her a significant amount of funds, as well as over 500,000 to the Immune Deficiency Foundation. So she did mention that in the video. Again, I'll put the link below. You guys can check it out. So that happened for the most part. And let's see, I think there's a post right here. So they removed V-Shoujo from the name. So we're already getting a list of people who've already got rid of their V-Shoujo names. Let's see there, they removed V-Shoujo from their name. V-Shoujo is finished. So okay, so from what I've seen here, looks like all of them still have the V-Shoujo names. So I actually really don't understand what that means. Okay, so I think they took out the word V-Shoujo. So they're starting off there, right? So we have Keisan, Akatsuki, Itori, Haruka, Fruit, Kuro, Amelie. So Amelie is actually a new one. So she actually recently joined V-Shoujo, but it looks like she's gonna be leaving too. Maybe Hime, and I think what I've seen for Amelie's post, there's actually a lot of stuff that she's been kind of like coping. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so it seems like a lot of them have taken V-Shoujo out their names, but they're still in the group kind of thing, so we'll see what happens. It seems like a lot of drama is going to be happening pretty soon about this, and we'll probably hear from like a few days of, everyone speaking up, and we're actually, maybe V-Shoujo's, I don't know if V-Shoujo posted anything. Let's see if they kind of responded anything to the stuff. Do they even have a Twitter page? Let me check. I don't really know I have a VTuber page. I know a lot of people are posting like this. Oh, here we go. Let's take a look. Well, let's see right here. Okay, guest warning, promoting. Yeah, so no, they've basically just been promoting for the most part. Oh, I remember. So yeah, they haven't said anything about this, but I guess because it just happened. Henya took looks like took off the name V-Shojo, but we're gonna see what happens. Like a few days from now, it's gonna get pretty wild. Definitely, I'll try to stay up to date with all this stuff. And of course, this is just me basing like I'll try to be able to just speak on what I know. I won't try to assume anything and stuff like that. But obviously, you guys in the comments, you guys can discuss on a little more. Oh, Giga left. Okay, so it looks like Giga also left V Shoujo. So there you go. We already got people leaving already from that list. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty crazy stuff. So Giga already left. I don't know how long ago that was. Maybe that I totally missed out on leaving, but looks like she left as well. Let's see who else. We all know Zentrea left, so that was a pretty big one. So we're just waiting on that, and basically on the video from what Iron Mouse is sharing. So basically, she's just giving her reasonings why she left. But this will be crazy though. We really don't know what's going to be the future of V-Shoujo. I think it'll probably still be around, to be honest. I mean, we have a Hololive, we have Nisi Sanji and stuff like that. They seem to be all working fine. So I mean, it'll definitely be a huge hit, but I think they'll still keep going. They're not going to close down. They still got a lot of VTubers on there. So if you actually if you look at their website, let's look at like who's still on the team. Looks like they still got a ton of people on it, even though they removed a few people. They still got them out. Well, we'll see. Iron Mouse gonna leave pretty soon. So we have Amelie still there. We have Apricot, Haruka, Henya, Hime, Iron Mouse. Well, she's gonna be gone pretty soon. Project Melody, Piki, Kudo, Keisan. Yeah, so they're all gonna. There's a good amount are gonna leave pretty soon. Actually, I lied. Yeah, they're pretty much done. I take that back. So if I think they're gonna leave, so I think what's gonna happen is, well, just based on that list, right? Let's see what that list is. We have that list somewhere. Where is it? Where's that list here? We have that list of who's leaving. Anyways, I think they said Amelie's gonna leave. He-Man, Iron Mouse already left for sure. Kiro, Keisan, Henya. Yeah, no, they're pretty much all gonna... Yeah, okay, never mind. Take that back. They're pretty screwed. Never mind. If this actually happens, they are screwed. It's gonna be pretty gnarly. I don't know what's really gonna happen. But this is just an update. This all happened today, so we're gonna have to see what's going on. But yeah, this is wild stuff. So yeah, okay, maybe I take that back. V-Shoujo might be screwed from this. So yeah, it's a pretty big mess. But we'll find out in a few days. I'm sure V-Shoujo is gonna mention something about this and send out a statement or something like that. They usually tend to do that a lot. I think with any kind of business, right? They share like their thoughts. It's kind of like when the Bayonetta thing happened, where they were saying she wasn't really getting paid, but then Platinum Games or whatever just kind of reached out, like, by the way, we have receipts, and then. But I'm not saying this is it. I could be totally wrong. I don't know. It seems like it's pretty legit. But again, last time when someone kind of announced something like that, it was all lies. So I just try to see what happens before anything, because I don't want to try to assume that. But it looks like it sucks. So from what I've seen, it seems pretty bad. So I don't know, but we'll find out. But here we go. So Amelie's trending, so we'll see how this goes. Let's see. Okay, Amelie's saying, "Pray for me now." Oh shit. This might be, well, this could be two things. It could be the song, or this could be about V-Shoujo. Or it's just a song. Who knows? It might be a song too. I think it's a song. You're so cool and beautiful. Now I'm good. Preaching to choir. I'm offering you my soul. No, I think, actually, I lied. This might be just a cover. I take that back. Yeah, maybe I'm looking too much into it. But let's see what else she's posted. Okay, and then she did her hair for Marine Kitagawa. Amazing, love it. Here we go. so like E has posted, Fruit, Kira, Michi, and Amelie have removed all their V-Shoujo from their names from the Twitter. They used to have like V-Shoujo, but it looks like they removed it, as you can see, as like we mentioned earlier. So we'll see. This is gonna be crazy. We already have a list right here. I'll reshare that because I'm interested. Fruit, Keisan, Michi, Amelie, and K9 Kiro. And this seems just the beginning. So yeah, it's okay. Never mind. Yep, this is gonna be crazy. This is gonna be insane. But yeah, we'll find out in a little bit, and hopefully find out by this week, see what's going on. But let me know in the comments what you think about all this stuff. What do you think? Is it true? What do you think? You back this up? And let me know in the comments. See you guys in this video. Peace.